Hello and welcome to the Movie Therapy channel. We are Jim and Sam, and this is the show where we like to give you our rating first and then talk about the things we did and did not like about the movie we just saw. Today's movie is Aladdin. So it is either a see it, wait for it, or pass it. What did you guys think? Let us know, because we are letting you know in 3, 2, 1.
Wait for it.
What? Oh, my mind is blown. That was my mind blowing up. I 100% thought that you would give this a see it. Regardless of what anyone thinks about anything about this movie, the one thing is that Will Smith has gotten a lot of crap leading up to this movie for his portrayal of the Genie, or at least what the Genie looks like. The Genie is hands down my favorite part about this film.
Oh, for sure.
So, Aladdin, you know the story. It is a live-action remake of the animated movie. If you haven't seen the animated movie, you must live under a rock. Everyone has seen this. So, this is one of those things I'll talk about a little bit later, but things that we like. So, Sam, what are some of the things you liked about Aladdin, the live-action remake?
Well, I mean, you kind of said it. Will Smith is kind of a really great Genie. I mean, Robin Williams is the Genie, but Will Smith definitely held it up. Like, he did a really good job. He was funny, he was charming, and he was a little bit quirky, and he just really did it very well. I mean, he was the best part, but some of the musical numbers were really great.
They were fantastic. Musical numbers were really, really good.
I mean, the thing that I liked about this the most is that it took the old Genie and they got a brand new Genie and kind of meshed it together very well. They had a lot of the old stuff, a lot of the old music, but then they put in a little bit of their own. Yep,
100% agree. Will Smith is fantastic. Naomi Scott is really good, aka the Pink Ranger.
Oh shit, really?
We need another Power Rangers movie, but yes, she is the Pink Ranger. She was the Pink Ranger in the live-action Power Rangers movie.
Oh, no way.
Yep. I thought it was even funny, like one of the first dresses she wore was pink. I was like, hey.
Oh, really?
I'm sure it was not intentional, but hey, caught my eye. I noticed it. But she is great. They added more scenes, dialogue, and essentially more character for Jasmine in this film, which I was all for. Love those additions. The musical numbers, like you said, are fantastic. They are inventive. Seeing the Genie bring all this stuff to life in live action and doing all of his crazy things is really cool to see. And so with all that said, what is your favorite scene of the film?
Okay, I had a couple, but I'm gonna have to say my favorite part of the scene is when Will Smith makes his appearance and he does the dance number, and then it's just really great.
What is the name of the song?
I don't know.
You've never had a friend like me. What show are you doing right now? How do you not know that? And also, you stole mine, because that is mine too. Now I have to pick up a second one.
2 in a row. I can change it because I had a couple.
Why do we have to be so damn cute? Stop stealing. Stop thinking on my level.
Stop it. Stop it. All right. No, there's a few.
All right. No, you can have that one. My other favorite scene outside of that would be the Prince Ali, when they actually introduce Aladdin as Prince Ali and they come in. That was fantastic. That was when they got a little bit more inventive with the musical numbers. It was, I've kind of seen this, but it was different enough to be like, this is fresh enough for me to actually really like this and not feel like we've been here, done that. So now it's time for the things that we may not have liked about this film. So I will start. My first thing that I said that I dislike about this film is that this film is very much, it suffers similarly to the way that Beauty and the Beast does, where it has very much a seen it, been there kind of vibe. It is a live action remake of the animated Aladdin. If you have seen the animated Aladdin, you have seen this movie. There is not enough that it does to differentiate itself from the animated movie. And for a film being directed and also being partly written by Guy Ritchie, it doesn't have enough Guy Ritchie-isms in it to make it stand apart. The only thing in this film that really feels Guy Ritchie-esque is the Genie. And the last film he directed was King Arthur. And that thing was filled, just riddled with Guy Ritchie-isms all over it. A lot of it's a lot of fun. I feel like that stuff could have lent it really well to this version of Aladdin to really liven up some of what I would say, I mean, I hate to say it, but probably more some of the blander parts. Because there's some of it, it just feels very flat to me. And I feel like Guy Ritchie was being chained down in those scenes that felt flat, but he was being let loose in the scenes that felt very much alive. What are some of the things that you had issues with?
I don't know. It felt like a play. Like, it just felt like the way that they talked to each other, the way that it almost looked like when you are watching TV and you put the live action when you're watching sports.
True motion, yeah.
Like, it looked like true motion. It looked like it was a play, and it acted like a play, and the end sequence felt very much like I had seen this when we went and saw it at the Pantages.
Yeah. So part of it, I think there's like some camera tricks that they use when they're filming some of the dance numbers where they speed it up and the characters look very jittery. I thought that was so
weird. Like, I knew what they were doing because I could tell that they had sped it up because you could see that they were speeding it up.
Yeah.
But it just was so bizarre to me that I was like, ugh, I don't like it.
And the film has a certain cleanness to it. Very almost digital-like. Mm-hmm. I will say that the special effects do look pretty good. The Genie, for the most part, looks great. There's a few times where it's kind of like, I don't know about that. It looked kind of weird at times.
There's a scene where his arm is missing.
You mentioned this.
I'm pretty sure that when Jafar becomes Sultan, there's a piece where he's in the corner and it looks like his arm is missing. And every time I turned to him, it looked like that, and then all of a sudden there was a lamp there, or there was a vase of flowers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. If you've seen it and you notice that too, maybe I'm just crazy.
Yeah. So that's my general thoughts on Aladdin.
Mine too.
So, well acted Will Smith, Naomi Scott are fantastic. They're the standouts of the film. The musical numbers are great and fun, but it does not do enough to separate itself from the original cartoon. And I felt like there's far too many times where Guy Ritchie was being held down as a director instead of being allowed to have fun and play with the Aladdin characters.
Sure. I think they just kind of missed it by a little bit. It's not quite as different as I kind of would have hoped for, but it seems to be the pattern with these remakes. It's just so similar that they're just falling short.
Yeah, it's a little safe. The only time Disney has taken a chance with these remakes was really, I think, Maleficent, where they actually completely changed the character, and then everyone freaked out. And I think now that they're afraid to take chances because they took a chance on Maleficent, backfired. Movie still made boatloads of money, but it massively backfired because no one liked the good guy version of Maleficent and said, "What are you doing?" So now I believe the reaction to that is these very safe animated or live action versions of the animated films.
It makes it feel like it's just a money grab.
Yeah, but I will say that there is certain qualities to Aladdin. Our theater clapped at the end of it. It is going to be a crowd pleaser. Our theater
clapped at a lot of things. And some of the things that the people behind us were just clapping at every single thing. I think they were just like massive Aladdin fans.
I did like the ending. Spoilers, if you haven't seen Aladdin. When Aladdin sets the genie free, I loved what they did with the genie when he was set free.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Robin Williams one, he remains a genie. In this one, there's a change that comes with it. And I liked that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Those are my thoughts.
Those are my thoughts.
All right. That's it for us. We are Jim and Sam. If you like this video, like and subscribe to see more. We got more coming. We're seeing Brightburn tomorrow. And then Godzilla.